listen to what I'm about to tell you, right? How do you know a spiritual guardian and guide been raped repeatedly through the paradigm of time, and other men that repeatedly raped her that try to manipulate her physical reality? The sex feels uncomfortable. It'll lower your demeanor for sex, like a person wants you to be an escort or a whore. This is how you know you're being raped. Because another person just wants to pay for what they did to you, uh, of taking advantage of your physical for money. So it's just like a form of disrespecting, like throwing money in your face and stuff. You know, a person that doesn't really care about you, that just wants to pay you. You ever had somebody? Imagine a man that rapes a girl that wants to give her money because he raped her. So it's like throwing money in her face. It's like it's like a man. You ever seen that movie with Jennifer Lopez with the rich guy that she had a baby with, but she wanted the guy's house in the beginnings because she just wanted the guy out the house. So she manipulated the guy and had sex with him, and then the sex, I guess the sex, because she looks like she was a guy's height, so she looks like she was about like 6'8", six 6'12" in that movie, like probably like 5'2". She looked like at least 5'4". No, six. She looks like she was like 6'4", six 6'2", or was it like she was like 5'11" or 5'12", I think. So, anyway, she was one of those heights. She looked like she was having comfortable reality with the guy, and you never know. She just probably had a kid for the guy, and then just tried to disregard him, but it didn't mean nothing. But it's just like the guy that you ever seen a movie with a guy that rapes a girl, but he has so much money that he pays her. It's just like in a paradigm. It's a paradigm of time. There was like Nephilim and individuals that used to rape girls, and then they caused like the tribe of Benjamin to rape. And you remember, it's all about the Benjamins. You remember the movie? Why would they say in cryptology? You really think about this. Why would they make a movie saying it's all about the Benjamins? Then the individual has the the Benjamin like a Frankfurter, like a hot dog, a Benjamin Franklin just to pay for sex. So a man that literally maliciously raped girls in a paradigm of time, that manipulated the financial system, that doesn't, it's just like not wanting to give me the emperor back control, or and then causing to have the finances to continue rape with malicious intent, because a man says if me has control, they can't rape girls. So for a man to rape a girl, he has to have some form of income to pay for the senseless emotion, the numbing emotion of him not really caring. It's just like a man that knows, like, imagine a man that knows, like, yo, listen, he doesn't really care for bitches. And then on top of it, he's just a real rapist. So how do you create Sin City and manipulate through a paradigm of time? By paying for escorts, knowing that these bitches are doing it for money, and then he gets to demoralize them for money any which way he wants to, and then has how can I say this, the um the feeling the the feeling of ecstasy of his malicious intent of of the scene or the atmosphere he's trying to create. It's just like a man that tells you get into dominatrix sex. He already wants to punish and murder you. It's not like, you know how another man says, "No, I want you to like this sex and love this sex," and then he tries to. Man, he doesn't care about you. Like it or not. It's like if a nigga rapes you in a paradigm, the nigga's not gonna care if you like it or not. He's just gonna rape you anyway. It has nothing to do with me, because another man, on another side, on my right side, another person where I got shot is trying to lose a form of Reiki, of a magic to manipulate girls a certain type of way. But if you really listen to what I'm saying, and other girls that who really remember, really remember, Girls that really remember that men that raped them, then most likely them girls are gonna end up escorts in the paradigm. So the girls that got raped by men are probably most likely gonna be escorts in the paradigm, and then the man is still doing the same thing, but this time it's like he's paying to rape you. Like now, if he raped you before, think about this in physics. Now think about this literally in the level of physics. If a man raped you before in a paradigm, what is he paying for in the reality? Like, what is he actually paying for now in the reality? Like, he already raped you and fulfilled his emotions of just taking over your body. Now he's paying you the value of what his intent was to do. Like, let me show you how real this is. One time, I called this girl. This was a long time ago when I was young. I called this girl. She was an escort, right? But everybody was telling me to do it. Everybody in my social economic system was doing, but I haven't had sex for like, and I always was having sex. Like I could have sex. I was having sex for free, like without even paying them. But one time I was like, you know me, I'm a picky guy, so I was picking a situation, and then I said, yo, you know something? I called this girl, but when she came over and I looked at her, and my heart was hurt. It felt like my heart was hurting. I'm like, oh my god, this girl broke my heart. This girl looked like she could have been my girl, my wife, and just laid up and chilled with me. I couldn't even enjoy the sex after that. That's when I never did it again. I was like, nah, I can't do this again. I, I, I gave her the money and I was like, oh man, this, that felt like the worst feeling ever in my life. It felt, my heart already felt broke. And then after doing it, it was like I couldn't even enjoy like after like a couple minutes. I was like, like I couldn't. And then on top of it, I felt like I wanted to cry because I wanted to tell her you could chill. You don't have to go do none of that shit that you're doing. Like, and then the chick, I just didn't say nothing, man. I just left it at that. And then another time, I watched these guys. I was in this place, and these guys tried to pay an escort. But when she came through, that was another. That it felt like you had to see the guys that was doing it to her. I was like feeling depressed, like, oh my god, these niggas are actually touching me. And I was like, oh my god, I couldn't believe it, and it was for money. I was like, oh man, I couldn't, you know. After that, I was just turned off totally about that situation in life. Like it's like it's not worth it because is if a girl is taking money for sex, she doesn't care about her privacy. That's not work. Work is something else. Work is liberty. Work it ain't opening your legs for money and stuff. That's rape. That's like a level of metaphysical and manipulation of rape. That's like a drug dealer like receiving money to kill you. You know what I'm saying? To make you stupid in the physical reality. Um, that's like a man that really took advantage of your physical and then telling you you ain't nothing and to tell you that he's paying a bill. That's like a high form of manipulation. That's like identity theft. That's like stealing your the way that feels. If I was a feminine being, the way that would feel like identity theft. Because how could you look at yourself and feel it's like having a numb emotion and going cold. Like there's no love in that. There's no really fulfillment in that. And then if you start feeling like you like something like that, that's just gonna lead up to disease. That's gonna lead up to some type of um, weight gaining, milkshake, artificial insemination, like injections of keeping you big, and then manipulating them in the physical reality, going buying weight gaining, milkshake, pill gainers, all types of things like that is gonna just it's just a form of lying. It's gonna lead to a disease in the form of you lying to men, and then you don't want to be a vindictive person with a man destroying you morally just to get at your nervous system. Doesn't make no sense in a sense because that's like a man that raped a girl in the past in the level of physics, fulfilled his emotion, and now he's getting to downplay the individual in the physical reality, disrespecting them for something they just naturally have, just because he wanted to take it. And then on top of it, the guy that naturally has it is not supposed to even have it because the girls that he's using is naturally supposed to have it, and then he's taking advantage of their physical habitation. It's like taking advantage of their physical habitation, and then you have girls that literally disrespected their relationship in a paradigm of time that that you, a man of real honor, wouldn't want to be with them, and then wanted to fuck up other girls. Like it's just like a girl having an ass or some nice ass and titties, and then she's ugly, and then she lets everybody fuck her over because she wasn't nobody really sold me a certain type of way. So she is like a girl, and then on top of it, then meeting a girl that's prettier than her. That is, you know, you could tell by looking at the girl like, yo, she belongs to somebody. But the other girl is just demoralizing her because she knows she couldn't keep a relationship like the other girl could keep a relationship. So it's like it becomes like it becomes like it's like if you have money and then you have it's like you're perfect in the reality. It's just that's the same way it feels for the other ugly girl or ugly guy. It's just like having money, and then they get to shit on you and enjoy the torturing that they're doing to you mentally and physically and emotionally. So it's like a person. It's like a person that's already naturally fucked up in their physical, just wanted to demoralize you even be more fucked up with the things that they're doing and shit, and then making you feel like shit in the same time. That doesn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? As I'm saying that, like it feels like I gotta go take a shit right now. As I'm saying that. And the funny thing is, it's like, wow, man. Now imagine it's like imagine a guy having sex with a girl and then paying her as an escort and then it fucks her in the ass after that. That nigga just broke through your frequency and he just opened your what's it your what is it I don't even want to tell you about the situation. A man that opens I don't even want to tell you because I am a doctor, so I shouldn't speak about it. But opening your inner long tube of your stomach just to fuck you up and shit, that's like, oh man. So you can walk around for when you fart on yourself, if you farting, so you could just just shit in your panties, so you could demoralize you, like, so you could smell like shit and have Hershey six in your panties, so he could say when you walking around and people's checking your energy, they could say you're shit already. It's like, oh, you're already shit. It's just like a nigga that's paid out there going to fuck girls in the ass all over the place, so when they fart, it looks like they're shitting on themselves. There was one time there was a girl named Emily Vanina, right? I caught her cheating on me like 3 times and stuff. But all she wanted to do was come to my house and have sex to fill me. But I caught her cheating on me 3 times. I'm like, yo, what is this girl doing for money really? That because one time I caught, she smelled like she just got ran through by a bunch of niggas, and then that's when I knew I wasn't gonna be with her no more. But I said, I have to see how real this situation is, right? So I go somewhere one day and we with her, and I check her a certain type of way, her body physical, and it was okay. And I say, yeah, you know something? Probably is my imagination or something, because probably this girl ain't cheating on me. So I let it go, whatever, until one day she came to her own house, lied to me, told me she was somewhere, and I was where she was, and then she wasn't there, and then her sister kept it real with me, her sister and the other people kept it real with me, and her homegirl. She was like, yo, the girl is cheating on me. The girl got some nigga that's giving her money, fucking up, and she's doing other little things that you don't know about. And after that, I was like, ah. After they told me what was going on, I just separated from her. I did certain things to separate from her. That's it. After that, but it's like hey, something. Man? She was getting money, but obviously she was robbing her empress. Like, she was robbing the astrological empress at the time because all she wanted to do is be around me to be able to rob the empress for money. So if she was having sex with me, it was just fulfilling her. She was a real pretty girl, but she was just fulfilling. She knew some form of magic how to receive value, and then I ended up with her because I'm natural value, and then she got paid after, like, she was getting money. Like, before, when I was with her, she didn't have it like that, but as soon as I got with her, she was having, I don't know where she was getting that money from. Like, I didn't care to ask her neither. I actually not know, but I'm not saying nothing. I didn't really care to ask her. And then, you know she just started having, and that always happens in my relationship. I start dealing with girls, niggas start getting money. I don't know what it is, but that it just naturally happened. She started going to school. She was getting money. Her peoples was having money. Her whole family was having money after that. It was just like, just me being around them. It was just like their luck just went all the way up. Like, I was like, oh. And I just left it alone because I was like, it's not even worth it after a while. I was like, I forget it. There's something she said to me one day. I was like, I forget it. So it don't even matter, but I don't care. I didn't really care for that girl. One day she was in my house and she disrespected the people I was in the house with. That was the same as her. She said something to me, but she didn't realize the type of she didn't realize the type of situation I was in, and she said it in front of the people. That just showed me that she didn't care about the people I was in the same habitation with in their harmony. And I was already going through a form of like depression before that because the girl, when she started getting money, and I had money myself, but when she started getting money, I started, like, as I was starting to have sex with her, it felt like I was being devalued a certain type of way and depressed, and it was like I didn't want to really be with her. Before I used to be with girls and it used to feel alright, but then I started feeling like something, like I was losing some form of value in myself, and I was like, I don't want to be with this girl no more. I think she's doing some funny witchcraft magic that's taking value or something. I was like, nah, I'm not want to be with this girl. And then she said what she said to me. She said something to me in front of the people, and then one day I was with her. She said something else to me. She was like, "Yo," look," and then when she said that, I was like, "That's it. I ain't dealing with this shit no more." My whole energy after that was like, never again. You know, and then what she said to me in front of the people was so disrespectful because I was living in a place and she didn't care about the people that wanted to get me out my situation. And then to show you how vivid it is, I met this girl, right? She was wonderful, man. Like, she was a real dark skinned girl at the time. Man. I was a couple dark skinned girls I met at the time. A lot of a couple dark skinned girls, but she was a real beautiful dark skinned girl, and she wanted to really be with me. And I was like, yo, I could have been with this girl. I don't think this girl even wants to. And then that situation happened and stuff. I was like, yo, man, I was like, I just got out. I stopped living over there after a while. And I was like, wow, man, never again. But it's like I said, man, it's just like a chick that's real pretty, that's supposed to have a perfect life, and then people that's ugly that have money just having fun devaluing her. You ever had people that get a rush out of making a person feel like a slut and a whore and doesn't care about the girl because the way the things that they're getting to do to somebody that they would never be able to do if life was another type of way. So they get a rush out of demoralizing girl, and then you look at the girl like, oh my god, like you have men out there that would, well, you have, it's not supposed to be men. You have a certain men. You like, I'm gonna soulmate, but if you want to go with other men, that's on you. But it's just like a man would be there for you a certain type of way to see something like that happen in a paradigm. It's like after being shot for the astrological empress and defending, I'm Sir Lancelot, the beginning of the reason of the round table of the Temple Knights. I'm the reason of the Temple Knights, and just, and then seeing everything I've been through in life for the empresses and regardless, educating international security and love of life and everything I did in the paradigm, and I'm the real round and real side. So it's like then to see girls being demoralized and then thinking about how many wives I have and in the paradigm in my heart being broken by people that just want to demoralize and disgrace the reason of their dignity and cause the end of reality. It's like the magic that's been must have been done a certain type of way when I got shot in this image, But I've been fighting wars all my life. Ever since the beginning, I started making empresses, and since I started making men, I've been even a little before I started making men, because keeping the order between my empresses of real star empresses is just like the things I already been through in life because the martial arts I've been showing them, and then after that making men and making children, and then when I started making men, started seeing, after a certain time, started seeing the malicious intent that was gonna probably be done at the time, and then doing everything for like trillion, zillion, billion, quadrillion years, prevent generations, decades, millenniums, preventing that type of situation. Then finally, at a point, get into this orbit of this planet, around this planet, the original zone, and then started seeing that my life was almost gonna come to an end some type of way, and then trying to prevent it. And then as I'm going, it's because you gotta remember, I have so many. It was like a wear and tear in a situation, a certain type of way, because it was like I've been doing it for so long that it became like a depressive. It's like being a doctor and not nobody, and people don't understand why men care, and then they just want to take advantage of what a man. It, 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 it's like being a doctor, and then people trying to take advantage and didn't know why a man cared, and then trying to take advantage of a man's emotions and not knowing the reason why I cared to even be a doctor in the first place, and then they disregarding the reason of the humanity of a man, like of me being a doctor, and they just and doing their own thing. And when a man educates them for them not to do certain things, to not make life strenuous a certain type of way, then they make it life strenuous on purpose, and then they just wanted to know. Then it is like a depressing feeling, like, oh man, all I did for all this time. It's like a wear and tear and then a wearing down of emotions at times, and then a man expects people to be humanity and see what's really going on to that. It's like, change your life. Don't do that to a person. Like, I have feelings about things like that. Don't make me. I could do things that you wouldn't believe, and I haven't never did it in such a long time. Why? Don't make me ever want to come out my character way. I'm not gonna come out my character, but I'll discipline you a certain type of way. You won't. I'm straightforward. I have to, and I gotta show you. Then I have to be different from people that are scumbags in the physical reality. So it's like another person is getting to fulfill, because they're the scumbag, but they get to fulfill being the scumbag. I can't even do that because I gotta keep the example of being upright because of who I am in life. So it's like even a worse feeling for me, because another person doesn't. It's like they're supposed to know how I feel, and then the person that was being spiteful, they should have knew to get rid of it. Then it's like a wear and tear and emotional situation when it comes to individual in life, and then it's like looking at the people like, yo, how could you do that to me? Like, oh, and then seeing girls in a paradigm of time that looks like my wives, and I can't even remember because I got shot, and then things happening certain type of way to me, and I'm like, do you understand physics? Do you know what's really going on a certain type of way? Did you watch the Hercules cartoon that I told you about the forgetful pool? The gods fell in the forgetful pool. People had to remember who they were. and then showing you, it's like, do you realize the things I'm telling you? Then, then on top of it, I'm the real raw, and then you have people that's like diseases trying to combat my magic that's natural of me fixing this. Yo, people that got is gonna get murdered for stupidity. And then on top of it, then it's like, eh, then watching girls break my heart in ways that you wouldn't believe for some stupid shits. They just wanted to fuck up their habitation. They didn't want pretty or sexy people on the planet. And then the man that's causing this is because the magic he wasn't on my level. And if you have a sexy or handsome man causing these type of things, they're mad because they need. I had to humble my physical reality. Then on top of it, you have a man that just wasn't on my level when it came to magic, that just wanted to see a man suffer because he wants what a man has because he started to realize he was secondary and then going through certain things through time. And you know, me having to keep the example because of who I really am. And then you have the secondary individual, the third individual, fourth, fifth individual that just says, yo, listen, he's a real situation. He could do whatever you want. Either way, he's gonna be okay because he thinks he looks good or another type of way, and then he gets to be a scumbag like the other man. And then on top of it, then hanging out with a man that's ugly, demoralizing a situation, making him feel cocky about a situation that spoils his mentality. And then you have a pretty nigga that's out there that becomes a rapist and do stupid shit that he's not supposed to do. Like, you ever seen the movie Skull and Bones with the doctor, where he, or one that was becoming a lawyer, and then the other one that fucked up and then killed the news reporter that was just causing a form of entrapment to show you that the other guy was a scumbag and shit. Then it's like, oh man. Then I have to keep the upright situation. Then on top of it, then I'm in an entrapment situation where I have to humble my physical reality, showing you all Caucasians, Asians, and white people came from me, and indigenous and Indian people, and light skinned people, and then and also individuals of value, of elements, jewel stones, of a higher intensified quality, a certain type of way. And then you have people demoralizing me because I have to keep the upright example, and then they get to be pieces of shit if they want to be. And then on top of it, the feminine, the feminine equality of love is being demoralized for it to break my consciousness and my heart, so they could just you know, after something like that, it's like, yo, you. It's just like watching. It's like going to go masturbate and then you seeing girls get fucked by niggas. It's not seeing girls get fucked by niggas, and then I have a private cell phone. Why is it in my system? That means the girls that I'm viewing are like literally, some of them are my literal wives. You know, I'm seeing being penetrated by other men. So why show me that on my phone? Just send it to the homeboy phone. That's not my girl no more. I don't need to see that picture. Send it to the homeboy phone. I don't care what's happening to her no more. She's gonna die. That's it. She's dying. She's being demoralized, probably for money or stupidity of jealousy for no reason. Because the main empress of the beyond highest of space is all solar systems, galaxies, and universe. All planets or moons or suns or earth or stars or star clusters, astrology, constellations, sacred or sacred forms of certain sacred zodiac. Is her makeup of her anatomy to her to manifest in the mythical and out the magical realm to the physical reality at a time. Never at another time. Only when I want, and I do it a certain type of way. So it takes everything to be in a position a certain type of way for her to manifest. So you know, if a person is demoralizing her, it's something else. And then on top of it, the person says, "Yo, how about the empresses you call?" I don't do nothing wrong. The empress's higher consciousness is still in order. I'm still a human existence, and the space is literally inside of me. It's like I'm on the earth with literally the literal space of all space is literally inside of me. I just shrunk it. It's like, honey, I shrunk the kids. I'm on a micro level. I literally compacted everything on a micro level, and everything is still out there. And then when you get to the very top or whatever, you're gonna find out you right next to me, and then when you find me, you're gonna be like, oh my god, is this nigga? You're gonna be looking at me like, yo, is this nigga? And then I'm gonna be like, you're gonna feel even more stupid. That's like, well, look what you did to. So think about what you're trying to do to an individual, and it's like, what? Then you think about the trouble you might be in after that. Then it's like, oh man. So it's like literally knowing you're breaking an individual's heart. And then if I ever called the Empress, it had to be a celestial Empress. I would never call the Empress and celestial Empress a certain type of way because I have to know exact position of our stars to call her. Because she's gonna be the one to murder everybody. It already will happen with the celestial Empress. So if I call the celestial Empress, it'll be at different points of reality. They'll have more of a chance of keeping their logic and sanity together before they start being demoralized. It doesn't make no sense. And just for another man just to feel like he's breaking something that he shouldn't have and shit. Like, what the fuck? I made all men. I made every single legacy and lineage. Like, I'm the one that made the precise figure of their even their anatomy of their structure of their habitation of their face. So that's why I used to tell people fix your face. Like, oh man, you don't know who the fuck I am though. Fix your face, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. I used to look at niggas. Niggas would be like, yo, how you, yo, man, shut the fuck up. Go fix your fuck out of here, man. And I just start looking, just speaking to people. This is a stupid bitch. Stupid bitch wanna go cheat on me and don't know that's nigga came out my cock. You know what I'm saying? This the fuck, stupid bitch. You know, it's just like. And then when she sees a nigga another time, now she even more stupid. Like, oh man, you wanted that, and I'm even better than that. Oh man. And now I'm just healing, compressed my reality to heal on a level just for individual. Because a man, you ever had a man that was so cocky, like just don't care no more. I get pussy regardless. So I don't have to be an asshole just to get pussy. Or another nigga don't want you to see what I really look like because he wants to look better than me so he could take the pussy. And really, if he was a rapist, or we wouldn't know the difference. I would know the difference, but you wouldn't know the difference at the time because you would be a stupid bitch then. Like it's like a level of life of examining the stupidity of people in life. Like wow, a form of recovery of certain type of way, and then humility just for security's sake of one myself being, and on top of it, for I won't have to go through certain things like other people because when I'm handsome, everybody it's like every time everybody seeing certain ways I really look and how I really look because how I really look is uh, the original way I really look. It'll just make your pussy wet regardless of whatever man you with. So it don't even matter. So it's just like I just, I get to humble myself, and then it used to attract a lot of trouble because other niggas used to get real jealous around me. Like, oh man, this nigga around there. They want to tell their girl go inside, don't come outside, all types of stuff. It's just like this nigga that told me in Brooklyn one time. He was like, yo, you know why niggas don't hang out with you? Because yo, my nigga, you got you a fly nigga, my nigga. Every time you're around a shorty, niggas feel intimidated and shit. So that's why niggas don't be liking hanging out with you so much, my nigga. And like, yo, you be tweaking the shorties be already vibing with you. Niggas be having to go extra hard for certain things and certain. That's why niggas just be don't want, they just want to get it. They don't want you around because you're gonna get it naturally. They want to be the one to get it. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter. I'm like, this is my point. It's like, how the fuck when the nigga said that to me, I was like, I just stopped hanging out with those niggas. And the nigga that said it to me, I stopped hanging out with all of them. I was like, oh, that's it. You smoke weed and drink with them niggas every day. You compress scumbag with them niggas. I'm out. I just stop hanging out with them niggas. Physics. It's like, what? It's like, and then on top of it, I had to humble myself because individuals, all they wanted to do was murder and kill me because of the way I looked before. It's like why get into this situation? I got hurt to wake up to want to fight a Balboa, Adrian again like I'm Rocky. Nah, I can't be doing this like this. I just got shot. I gotta heal. Like my situation. Another nigga don't know the depth of my situation. Yo, you learning? You hear Indiana Joe's crystal skulls, all type of shit, nigga. Yo, listen, my nigga. I'm higher quality. I'm the reason of your future, my nigga. You have no idea about me. Yo, get the fuck out of here. For some stink ugly, halfway stink bitch that just learned how to dress and get fly, that thought she had a body and shit, talking shit through a wall. You can't even see the ugly, stupid bitch. And then on top of it, she on some Morgan Le Fay shit, like she wanna wear the astrological empress energy just so she could be a dumb, ugly bitch. Bitch, astrological empress dying either way, like, yo, my God. On my heart and my mind is still going through a struggle. The bitches, that don't make no sense, man. It's just like I was just looking on the internet, like, yo, listen, man. If you want to give some girl cock, yo, I'm just telling the system, keep that shit on another person's phone. I don't need to see none of that shit when I'm going through my phone. I don't want to see none of that shit. I don't want to see your secret heartbreak. The bitches is doing it too. Some of them look like they did some identity theft, some credit card scam, and they just ended up on my phone for nothing. Like, yo, and I'm looking at some of these bitches getting, so it's like, yo, you're an ugly bitch. Or they thought you had a body and you look good and you lied to somebody? Or you were you the vote that said you were something and you weren't nothing? And then the other pretty girls, this is their this is their way of manipulating to feel good about you being fucked up for the things that they're already doing and trying. Yo, listen, man, I don't need to get none of that shit about. Like, yo, listen, man, I don't care about that shit. Man. It's like, oh, man. In the beginning of time, I was the only flying. And then I started showing niggas how to dress. They were babies. I used to like seeing my situations get fly. Not only my shorty, then in my situations got fly. Then now, my shorty started seeing other niggas doing much to be a certain type of way. Then, hey, I used to look at my girl, go ahead, man, you know the fuck, once you lose the dignity of the honor of yourself, don't say I never warned you, should have never fucked yourself. You should have never had sexual contact with other niggas if you didn't know you should have never fucked yourself. Other niggas gotta learn how to get pussy and they're only supposed to deal with certain requirements. Physics is real. I made everything a precise way just in case stupid things like this started happening. The individual know to keep order. Because you have to keep an order in life to be able to survive to the future. Once you start hearing people saying we're all equal, it doesn't matter in life. You're about to be raped. No feelings. Cocaine City, bitch. No. Once a nigga start telling you equal, it doesn't matter in life. If you're not the empress, there's no equal a certain type of way. If another nigga and it's not me telling you want some equal, like everybody's equal in life and all type, that's Cocaine City. It doesn't matter. You're about to feel numb. You're about to be raped, bitch. You don't even care about your emotions. You're gonna be an escort hooker, bitch. Sin City, bitch. Like, yo, you better. And the only reason why I'm saying bitch is because you gotta be a bitch if you allow something like that. You gotta be some dumb, stupid hoe for something like that. I need an elegant, extravagant, exquisite. How can I say this? Exquisite. That means a chick that will pop a pimple. Get the fuck out of here. Whoever you are that want poppables on your face, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man. Oh, man. if you notice fire burns other people, certain fire, right? So be careful of other men with white hair, and that's just demoralizing your habitation and just giving you a fuck at a certain age. You'll learn sooner or later. Too bad, you dumb bitch. The smart ladies out there, one day I hope I run into you. Well, it don't matter. I hope I don't run into you around these people until we're dead and gone. So one day if I run into you, if we can ever have moments how can I say this, of conscious vibration. But besides that, it don't even matter. And when I mean conscious vibration, even if it wasn't conscious vibration, natural vibrations, because everything, the way I can make you feel is beyond orgasmic naturally. Another person is like gonna feel like a rape, like you gotta get paid for your time. Me is natural. They don't like that. Them niggas just want to pay you for your time. So those are your rapists. They want to pay you instead of saying sorry to you. They rather pay you so they can manipulate that emotion or even saying sorry.